Random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you?
I agree with Chappell Roan, although her analogy is rather shitty. But she's allowed to have that 'cause she's emotional. She's allowed to be emotional. And maybe you'll understand why she's emotional by the end of my analogy. Because this is something that has actually never made any sense to me either. Let's say you have a particular grocery store clerk or a barista that you talk to. You've like literally trauma dumped on them. They've talked about their shitty day. They've talked about your shitty day. You've laughed with them. Maybe you've cried, but that's probably a step too far. But you get the point. Like you actually kind of know this person for the most part. And then you go out to a coffee shop one day and you run into the grocery store clerk and you say hi. That makes sense. But instead of sitting down with your coffee and going about your day, you proceed to take a selfie with them and ask them where tahini butter is because you're going to be shopping later. Or you go out to the grocery store and you end up cornering your favorite barista in the bathroom for a selfie because they're such a good barista, and then start asking them when pumpkin spice is going to be coming back. Or you end up finding out where they live or recording any of them at a restaurant that you've happened to find them in. All of that, even with someone that you have actually had somewhat of a relationship with, is fucking creepy. And yet we think that it's a-okay to do this to a person that you've never talked to, that you've never had a one-on-one conversation with. And even if you did, it would still be, as I already illustrated, fucking creepy. So to basically run into somebody that you're a fan of and do anything more than, hi, I love XYZ, and then move on is a little bit too much. It actually would be kind of cool if we could make that be the norm. Because anybody that says that it's not the norm and that this is supposed to be what they've signed up for, blah, 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 is probably stalking them for a living. So they're going to sit there and try to convince everyone and anyone that this is normal just so they can continue to get paid. And anybody else who doesn't get paid is probably going to agree with that because they don't want to feel bad about participating in said stalking, or they want to continue to vicariously stalk. So it would be cool if you were out and about and you just said hello and kept walking. And if they offer, like, do you want an autograph? Do you want a picture? Then it's up to you to say yes or no. And they don't have to feel the pressure of having to do that kind of thing. Because, you know what? Everybody has one of those days where you just want to get from A to B. You don't want to talk to anybody. I mean, especially if you've ever worked retail, you have those days where you just don't want to talk to people anymore. I mean, I don't know how many people out there have been out at a grocery store and you see someone that you recognize, and just because you're not in the mood, you turn around and walk away hoping that they don't recognize you. Like, everybody has those days, and so do celebrities.